On the oil market, I think there's kind of a false calm about oil markets. I mean, there's a lot of, with the recent price declines, and it's really a tale of two markets, right? It's the paper markets, which are pricing in bad economic news and a potential recession in the future, and the current physical markets, which are still quite tight. I mean, the data that we have at the International Energy Forum, demand is already back, exceeded pre-COVID levels, but supply is still lagging. It's about 98%. A lot of people think the gap between supply and demand is all OPEC or OPEC plus, but half of that is still from U.S. producers who are not coming, who are not producing at the same levels they were pre-COVID. So, you know, we need more actors other than just OPEC plus to start increasing production. But I have to say, I mean, if the smartest guys in the room and gals in the room in the financial markets think that the economy is going to take a downturn and therefore affect demand, I mean, OPEC has to sort of take that into account as well. But I think at least the actual physical markets, and they see this when they're actually pricing their oil for actual customers, the prices are still quite strong.
I mean, think about it from the Russian perspective as well, because you've got a country that is essentially at war in Ukraine. This is a man, Vladimir Putin, that we've seen use energy as a weapon before. He's being accused of that right now, once again by the White House in terms of Nord Stream 1. But can they afford to cut production, given the war machine that they've got to continue funding?
Well, the Russian production really hasn't been that affected yet. I mean, the trade flows have been affected, so it's going to other parts of the world from where it was going pre-war. But the big question for Russian production is what happens when the EU sanctions on shipping and insurance and everything at the end of the year go into effect. And that, I think, has policymakers very concerned, because that will start to impact Russian production, because it'll just be, you'll have to self-insure. Not many people can do that, because I don't even know countries would be able to do that. So that will start taking barrels off the market. And Russia doesn't have a lot of storage capacity, either on the crude side or the product side. So eventually you have to start shutting in production if that starts to happen. But in terms of pricing, you know, if Russian barrels start coming off the market, we will have problems and we will have price spikes. So I think this is kind of, as I said, it's a false calm, I think, in oil markets. And we'll have to see also what happens with China and zero COVID and China demand as well.